this is the growing part of the asparagus. What you eat is this when it emerges out of the ground. So what you're eating is little leaflets as they grow out.
There might be multiple crowns in these pots.
Yes.
Yeah, so this one has 3 right off the bat. So those 3 crowns can be divided out
Like
to each
16
dripper.
to 24 inches apart or something.
They're 18-inch
The
spacings on the
drippers are
drippers.
at 18.
So yeah. These are a bunching onion. I don't know the variety. A friend gave them to us. They're really quick to grow. If you leave them in place for a couple years, you can pull bunches. You can divide them out. They're just really prolific little onions, and they're more like a leek than they are a green onion. They're a big green onion, and they're real tasty. So I like using these as border plants because they will grow clump to clump to clump, and the digging to harvest onions gives you a chance to weed too. So you're already going to be in there, and you're already going to be looking at this line. So that's why we got these every 18 inches. And just like the bigger plants, we want to plant them right below or near a dripper. The peach? Yep.
Yes.
So we got a peach. Everybody knows what peaches are. Fredericksburg, you got it. Somebody brought some garlic or some
shallots.
Shallots. Okay. Cool.
And then there's some garlic in there in the bag. Hardneck garlic.
We got another peach, and these guys are going to need to be cut back. So when we put them in the ground, we need to take them back to 24-inch trunk and just start them over with their form. In a peach, you want them to have like a wine glass shape rather than a upright shape. So you top them, branches grow out for a year. You top those, and you send the form of the tree outward so you can reach the peaches whenever they come into season and they're not 18 foot up in a tree.
Is there a concern because it's under this one?
We got a little pecan there, and a hackberry. Just prune your branches out of the way. Let more sun in as it gets bigger. Raise the canopy up, or just nix the hackberry. Get rid of it. But yeah, it seems like it gets plenty of southwest orientation to me.
Do you need 2 different varieties of peaches in order to pollinate?
No, you do not need pollinators for peaches. It helps with anything, though. I mean, you'll still have better pollination. But yeah, 1, 2, 10. They're great. They're gonna be good here. I don't know the chill hours here. I don't know these varieties, but if you're gonna get peaches, that's the one thing you pay attention to is the number of chill hours they require, and then compare that to your region. Within 100 chill hours above or below, you should be okay. And a chill hour is any overnight hour under 40 degrees Fahrenheit from December 1st to April 1st or something like that is the count. But all it does basically is tell you how cold your winter is, so your peaches don't come out too early and bloom out too early, and then you lose them to frost.
You get chicken sauce.
Oh, and we have some native plums too. So we got 2 Chickasaw plums that the fruit isn't the tastiest thing in the world, but it's good for wildlife, and it might provide for some additional pollination to the other prunus also. Cool. So elderberry. Everybody know what elderberry is? This is a
Healthy.
Huh?
It's very healthy.
Yeah, it's doing good. Yeah, it's a really vigorous plant. They've got edible berries. People use them to make syrup. They use them to make wine. I got a friend who uses them as an adjunct in brewing beer. They're edible. They're very wildlife friendly. Birds love them. They like moisture, and so if there's any way that we could put this guy where the gray water is, it'll excel in the gray water area. So
yeah.
And it'll spread too. So it spreads by underground roots or by rhizomes and comes up through the garden. So it's a vigorous, it's a vigorous son of a gun. You can see how, I picked this up and root pruned it in October, and it just even in the late fall winters putting on a bunch of growth.
Frozen.
Another elderberry?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we got 2 elderberries. Yopon. Yopon holly is a native. The leaves are caffeine containing, and natives would use it as a tea stimulant. Get up and go. There's another species. I don't know if you've heard of yerba mate. They're Yeah, they're in the same genus. One's a tropical, and this can grow in a temperate environment. So, I've never had the tea made off of it, but I do like yerba mate. So I think it'd be worth a try if we couldn't get yerba mate anymore.
Does the yerba mate grow good here?
No, it's a tropical.
So you have more tropical.
Yeah, it's too cold. And we got a fig at the end. Yeah, fig Newtons. Everybody know about figs? All right. Figs are great permaculture plants because they can die back to the ground, and you'll lose production on them, but you won't lose the tree. They can come back from root. So very, very drought tolerant. If it freezes, they fruit on new growth, so you don't really lose out like you would on some other plants. Fantastic plant for Texas. All right, what's on the other berm?